Last weekend, Delta 9 went down over in Japan, a super major tournament that saw nearly all of Japan's top competitors show up to compete. It was immensely stacked and was the highest ranking tournament of this past weekend, not to mention the only one that reached major status. But this tournament was crazy. You may think you're used to Japanese majors having crazy brackets, but we're talking about players you've never even heard of making top 8 at a super major. How did this happen, and who ended up making top 8? Today, we'll be finding out, seeing all the top 8 finishers' runs and how they got there. And we'll be starting by taking a look at losers' 8s. Those sets being Raru versus Yamanaction and Shuton versus Motsanabe. Let's go ahead and start with Shuton and Motsanabe. You may be surprised to see Shuton in loser's bracket this early, considering he was coming into the tournament as the 4th seed. Starting off the weekend, Shuton swept pools flawlessly before moving into top 64 and defeating both Tsubaki and Fui in close game 5 sets. Moving into winners quarterfinals, Shuton then got reverse 3-0'd by TamaP Daifuku's Bayonetta, dropping into losers bracket and lastly getting a 3-0 win over Ken to make it into top 8 through loser's side. Motsanabe was coming into the tournament as the 9th seed. He started off the weekend by also getting through pools, though not flawlessly, dropping a game to Mantis P. Moving into top 96, Motsanabe then defeated Chicken and Kept to make it into winners quarterfinals, where he then lost to Mia 3-1, but after dropping into losers, Motsanabe got a great game 5 win over Snow to make it into losers side top 8 in order to go up against Shuton.
ちゃんと当てる技当てれば火力がかなり取れるということで
ところなんですが、3組を弾き飛ばしていきますが、この展開でモツナベできるか、空中へ選択が当たって撃墜、時間を引きがいがあると
そうですね、
いうものですよね。
じりじりやりながら時間取るところは取るっていう、
そしてその流れをですよね、弱点であるはず部分を工夫によって補っている。さあ、裏木がこれは撃墜です。
まあ、タイミングを見計るっていうの自体はできるので、
やはりこうなってくると、横浜でじりじりしながらのタイミング
空語を合わせるのがやっぱさすがですね。
いや、これは上スマッシュ同点を握る、クレッシュがあるんですが、
そうですね、
そんな感じがしますね。これはなんと上でから回から続いていますが、しかめは間に合わない。空語が撃墜、匂わせますが空下によってまだ展開継続。モツナのこれどこに逃げ切るか。これは苦しい、めくりながらの空中後ろ、
どうにかこうにか取れれば、まあ、全然あるんで、このゲームは。
これは空中後ろ、紫の強力な一撃。
And in a close game 5 set, Shuton defeated Motsanabe 3-2, moving on in bracket and eliminating Motsanabe at 7th place as the 9th seed. It's now time for us to take a look at the other side of losers 8ths, Raru versus Yamanaction. If you were surprised about Shuton, you are absolutely surprised to see Raru in losers this early. He was coming into Delta 9 as the 2nd seed, but after winning his first 2 rounds of pools, Raru lost his 3rd, losing to notable Rosalina main Ocha 3-0. And dropping into losers bracket before pools were even over. From here, Raru went on the best losers run of the tournament, defeating Leia 3-0 to make it out of pools, before then defeating Paiseriman, Kebanga, Gluttony, and Ake all in 3-0 sets, which, by the way, eliminated Gluttony at 25th place. Lastly, Raru got a Game 5 win over Fui's Yoshi and a 3-1 win over Lunamato's Mii Brawler, making it into loser's side top 8. Yamanaction was coming into the tournament as the 17th seed, starting off the weekend by getting through pools, though not flawlessly, before moving into top 64 and defeating Raru Kikusu in a 3-2. Although, once here, Yamanaction would lose to Mia 3-1. Dropping into losers and first defeating Goryoka in a game 5, and lastly, Ice Climber's main Sin in a 3-1, in order to make it into loser's side top 8 to go up against Raru.
Who is a lot of things. He's a Steve. He's infamously the Steve player that beat Leo, so a lot of people don't like him. I will straight up say that. Game at a complete standstill at the moment. Yamanaction continuing to mine. He's got a fair amount of resources. He's got Diamond as well. This could be big.
Oh, wow. That was, I did not. Oh my god, that's so smart.
Raru though, just because of Waru. W
Yeah.
Raru. W Raru. No, if I was Raru, I wouldn't be too
god,
worried.
there we go.
Oh!
Is he gonna have a chance to use his diamond though?
No edge guard. Yamanaction needs to pay
Oh
this patiently.
my god, he's like, I don't care, I don't.
And at the same time, mine for more resources. So if Raru doesn't quicken up the pace here, just like how he did with that up smash, over immediately trying to end the game. And Yamanaction being too tricky on his shield. That's Raru taking game 3. Reading the roll. Yamanaction looking at what the?
Oh my god, what?
Does he go for this. Building some blocks, and oh my god, that trade it doesn't even matter because Raru actually landed.
Wow, that was awesome actually. That was insane, but unfortunately gonna get the kill.
Yeah, reacting to the up action, looking for these forward airs, these jabs, quick options that would just send Raru into a bad spot. Raru
He's going crazy.
might be able to end it here. Up B?
Oh,
No.
oh,
That's it.
And in yet another close Game 5 set, Raru defeated Yamanaction 3-2, moving on in bracket and eliminating Yamanaction at 7th place as the 17th seed. Before we can catch up with Shuton and Raru in losers bracket though, we have to take a look up and see winner semifinals. Those sets being Mia versus TamaP Daifuku and Ryope versus Toriguri. Let's go ahead and start with Ryope and Toriguri. So remember what I said at the beginning about players you've never heard of making top 8? Well, may I introduce everyone to Ryope. I've actually mentioned him once before over on the Luminosity Smash channel as a notable snake main, but no one could have foreseen what would happen at this tournament, in which Ryope was entering as the 47th seed, needless to say, the lowest seed to make top 8. Ryope started off the weekend by getting through pools, dropping a game to Tawadi and also defeating Reno in a 3-0 upset. And after moving into top 64, Ryope defeated Goryoka, Ocha, who had just beaten Raru, and Lunamado, all in 3-1 set victories, in order to make it into winner's side top 8. Toriguri, the recently sponsored best banjo player in the world, was coming into Delta 9 as the 14th seed, starting off the weekend by getting through pools, though not without having a close Game 5 against Kamisuke, the second best hero main in Japan. Afterward, Toriguri moved into top 64 and got a Game 5 win over Gact, as well as a 3-1 victory over Snow. Lastly, Toriguri moved into winners quarterfinals and defeated Sin, the Ice Climbers main we mentioned earlier, who had beaten Gluttony earlier on in bracket. And with a 3-1 win over Sin, Toriguri made it into winner's side top 8, in order to go up against Ryope.
まだまだ両ペイ優位の展開。いいですね。隙がないですよ。隙がないですね。それよりも無理して前に出ないっていうところが偉いポイントではあるんですが、ここ隙ありますよの顔して、実は時速が伸びていると。そして最後は C4 で撃墜。ただ今度はトリグリ側がラインを変えさせない展開を続けている。着地うまいっていう話があったんですけど、とりあえずバックしておいてというか、トリグリが攻めに行ったんで、C4 になるところ、これやばいわ。しっかり上強あって、両ペイが追いついていきますが、ビハインドは105。ちょっと上強の性能を見たような気がしますが。空中審査で外に出した。では、この復帰展開は、怖すぎ。そうですね。2キーとも接している上スマッシュ、そのバーガーに対しては下スマッシュ。ただ、なんか、上に打ち上げられた。ここは空中後ろ。空中前が刺さっていく。大ちゃん渡って逃がさないワンダーウィング。そして戻ってくると一気に戦況を変えたんですが、睨み合いですね。ここで上強一つ当てて横並び、どちらかわからないが C4 撃墜している。最後の
And in our third Game 5 set, Ryope managed to defeat Toriguri 3-2, moving into winners finals of a super major as the 47th seed, and casting Toriguri down into losers bracket to face Shuton. But before we see that, we have to see the other side of winners semis, Mia versus TamaP Daifuku. TamaP Daifuku was coming into the tournament as the 5th seed, despite being in a bit of a slump in recent times. Regardless, TamaP Daifuku swept pools flawlessly, before moving into top 64 and defeating Lax 3-1, as well as Ake in a Game 5 set. Lastly, TamaP Daifuku reverse 3-0'd Shuton to make it into winner's side, top 8. Lastly, Mia was coming into Delta 9 as the 1st seed, starting off the weekend by sweeping pools flawlessly, before then moving into top 64 and defeating Noi, Yamanaction, and Motsunabe, all in 3-1 sets, making it into winner's side top 8 in order to go up against TamaP Daifuku.
ダウンに対しては結構強いんで。あ、無駄すぎる。ここは無理しない。なんだマジ最初に好き勝手してたのはタマピーのはずなんですが、気づけば大きな差が開いている。おわさあ宮川が地面につくと、今度はタマピーが着地しなければならないぞ。しかし構えていて、先ほどのトリグリリョペとかは全てはミーヤの手のひらの上か。ここでも空した。タマピーの展開から始まった。今度はミーヤが攻める番になるんじゃないか。やばいかもしれんこれ。タマピーが 下に変更すれば、はいまあ、上に連れ去
こ
られ
れはどうです
ることはないんだけ
か
ど、
これはどうですか撃墜なんです
序盤のリードがありましたね。上スマッシュ、空下に対してしっかり反撃。いやー、ゲーム5。さあ、ミーアのターンが終わらないぞ。EXP 戻ってくる。ここは回避上がりを選択。
And in our fourth consecutive Game 5 set of the tournament, Mia defeated TamaP Daifuku 3-2, moving into winners finals against Ryope and casting TamaP down into losers in order to go up against Raru. And since we're talking about that set already, let's just go watch it now, shall we?
さあ横 B からこれは中央台に阻まれたミスタイムから上スマッシュ渾身のアッパーが火を吹きました。うまく相手をせき止めてガンから回避を誘い出し空中した回避の先見ている上スマッシュを釣り出して反撃そしてダッシュ攻撃まで崖展開を誘ったラル選手どうやってここから攻めていくかリターンはどこまで伸びるかいやそれともパーセットのリードをうまく生かしてラル選手のルイージが空中でなっていきますがここは当たりませんつかみが通ったぞ念願の一撃これは念願をしベヨレットが帰ってくるかこれはつかんで草薙からサイクロンを選択撃墜そういう感じですよね
コンボキャラの難しさとしてちゃんとコンボあるけど
あらららら
やりきるのが難しいんですよ。
あららららららどこまで向き合うどうやって向き合うダッシュ攻撃これは決まってしまった一発
And in the end, Raru defeated TamaP Daifuku 3-1, moving on in bracket and eliminating TamaP Daifuku at 5th place as the 5th seed. A good solid performance after a recent slump. Now that Raru was sitting in losers semifinals, we have to take a look at the other side of losers quarters. Shuton versus Toriguri.
Shuton, I think he dropped to losers, right? Did he? Wait, no. He's been in losers. Just kind of taking a step back in most situations, letting the Pikmin do the damage. But he's pushing quite a lot here. That
dead? Wow.
Okay, how did that not kill the Pikmin?
So
that
you said
forward
that.
connects. Yeah, Shuton going up. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on. Let him cook.
Lapping Shuton in percent.
Oh my god. Okay. What a go.
Still somehow manages to recover, but gets swatted away with a back air.
Okay.
Oh.
What the hell? That looked. Yeah. I made this look too close. I actually gotta show you what this character can do. Oh my god. No hate to Shuton. I just love seeing close sets.
Yeah. And
guys,
oh my
not close
word,
at all.
that was utter domination.
And ultimately, Shuton defeated Toriguri 3-1 in what many Banjo players consider to be his worst matchup, eliminating Toriguri at 5th place as the 14th seed, and with Shuton moving on into loser semifinals in order to go up against Raru.
I forgot the name. Shuton versus a Joker.
Tsubaki.
Close. Yes. They don't expect it to play.
That's it, see.
Damn, alright. Nice down there to down B. Rolls a little bit. Now gets caught in the jab. Ooh.
Yeah, that's it. The day one Pyro broken move. I went for it.
He gets hit right as soon as he gets up.
Against Pyro method, just take the throw.
Yeah.
Don't take the throw against Luigi though.
Ooh, kill him.
Yeah, this might be a wrap.
Oh!
That's it. Yeah. Meanwhile, Luigi only just needs optimally one.
Yeah.
This could be it.
In the ideal situation, that's it. Alright. Hit him with the same thing. Alright,
This could be it. That's a wrap.
And that takes us.
And in the end, Raru defeated Shuton 3-1, moving on in bracket and eliminating Shuton at 4th place as the 4th seed. Now that Raru was sitting comfortably in losers finals, it was time to see who would meet him here by taking a look up at winners finals, Mia versus Ryope.
Yeah, exactly.
No, stop.
Mia's already got Ryope on the ropes.
Yeah, just because. Alright, hitting him with the hammer below ledge. Alright. Another down smash at ledge. Hit him with the 9 on. Oh my, dude.
Mia does have the bucket, and that if he gets that hit, I don't think it's gonna be a
lot
KO.
of damage.
Wait,
Okay.
never mind.
It's KO. Yeah, this is already a really tricky position to be right above. Oh, let's go. Air dodge onto ledge. He unfortunately gets hit by a down smash. Let's see. Let's go, Ryope.
Let's go, Ryope.
Nice
There we
up
go.
tilt from Ryope, taking the first stock again. Let's hope he can keep up this momentum. All right.
Never mind.
Ooh.
You better be ready for anything right now, Ryope.
Yeah. being risky. And unfortunately, it'll lose in this.
And in perhaps the most dominant set of this top 8 so far, Mia defeated Ryope 3-0, moving into grand finals from winner's side and casting Ryope down into loser's finals in order to go up against Raru.
Let's go back air. Raru.
So Ken is still very much in this race, but has to really not get hit by that.
Luigi Cyclone ain't enough, man.
No, not enough.
They need to buff it. All right, up air from Ryope takes the stock.
The Mexican stare down.
Oh,
There
okay,
you
that's
go.
kind of fire.
Maybe 6 feet. Ain't so far down.
It's like Minecraft Hunger Games.
Shouts to Scott Stapp. Scott Stapp Sundays, everybody.
Ooh, taking up the grenade from Raru. And he just runs into
an
an up tilt.
All right. Just stand right over there, just a little to the left.
It did not work.
Shouts to Ant-Man.
All right, now I think the dash deck gonna get him. Yep, just tossing around grenades, tossing around fireballs. He does get hit with the pivot back air. Gets hit with another one.
Yeah,
Doing
almost.
a great job of spot dodging every single plunger that comes his way.
No, not
Except for
that
that one. All right, that's the one that kills
Yeah,
him.
the one that matters.
All right, and he get up.
And in yet another Game 5, Raru defeated Ryope 3-2, moving on in bracket and eliminating Ryope at 3rd place as the 47th seed at a super major after what can only be called a Cinderella run. Raru now advanced into grand finals from loser's side for a matchup we've seen many times at Japanese majors, Mia versus Raru, and it's time to see which one would come out on top.
You gonna do it? You went for the double dip. Augustus Felipe, the Game Watch back
All
here.
right, that's the second stock.
We have good days, we have bad days. So maybe it could be a good day for Raru, but right now.
Back out. Ow! Ow! And he takes it.
Okay, I thought Mia was committed Sudoku, but
No, we got skill in the building.
you got Augustus Felipe in the building. Shots are shaky. Stop playing Pokemon Unite.
You could be playing Smash Bros. Like me.
Because Raru's come from the loser side.
And he does
Mia,
not make it back.
Mia, please do not JV this guy. Please, 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 please.
No. No. Come on, let's go. Let's recover. Oh, ow. Ooh. Shooting out.
Alright, well, that's a wrap.
And ultimately, Mia defeated Raru in a 3-0 sweep, eliminating Raru at 2nd place as the 2nd seed, albeit with a very roundabout path to making it there, and with Mia winning Delta 9 as the 1st seed. Now, obviously, the two main stories from this tournament are Raru and Ryope. Ryope had an absolute breakout of breakouts, a Cinderella run that has become a trademark of Japanese Smash. And Ryope went from a hidden boss notable snake main to on everyone's radar. Raru, on the other hand, is absolutely going to be top 10 in the world this season, if not higher. I mean, for goodness sakes, Raru lost in pools and then proceeded to make a run all the way into grand finals, though unfortunately he ran out of steam at the end. Raru won the most sets out of anyone this weekend, ending with a record of 13-2. And Raru's absolute come up in 2024 has been something amazing. And while other players had really good performances like Toriguri, TamaP Daifuku, and Motsunabe, the thing I want to end off this tournament with is talking about Mia. I mentioned it in a previous video, but Mia, with this win here at Delta 9, is now tied with MKLeo for having the most major wins in Smash Ultimate. Both him and Leo are sitting at 24 major wins. And not to mention, Mia started competing in 2022, a whole 3 years after MKLeo did. And once again, I know that what I'm about to say is going to be very controversial, but with one more major win, Mia is going to overtake MKLeo for having won the most majors in Smash Ultimate. And with how good Mia is, it seems like that's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And when it does happen, I once again pose the question, does this mean that Mia has now overtaken MKLeo as Smash Ultimate's GOAT? Sure, maybe not in the eyes of competitors, but I mean, it's hard to argue with these numbers. The only way to see is to wait. And with that, that's going to be it for today's video. Before I go, shout out to my patrons Logan S, Persipom, Wawa, Mr. Sinister, Ocean Man, Mistybot, Diamond Blaze, and my 2 patrons Iltis and Ben L. Additionally, shout out my YouTube members DCR Jr., Kirby Fan, Nexus, Okosoko, and my Tier 2 member Wu-Tang Forever. Lastly, extra special thanks to my Tier 3 supporters Myriad, who says Big D will make it out of his slump, Avadoon, who says Mr. Rice is the GOAT of Smash content, Iltis, who says MK Leo always comes back, Grant I Am, and Stormtrooper 101. If you want to support me using any of these methods, links are in the description down below. Don't miss my next upload, but until then, I've been Mr. Mice, and thank you all so very much for watching.
Giving my all for cure, oh boy. Probably the toughest decision I made and ready for whatever outcome which I'm gonna go. I shall touch the moon one day. Today's that day. I'll be in despair, however it's played.